Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We are giving this a go. This is some webcam legacy, and we will see how this plays out in real time. Looks like we don't have life totals on screen, so I'm going to pull up some life totals here in front of me, see if I can keep track to tell this story as it unfolds. We'll try and get some life totals in the future. We've got a turn 1 Heritage Druid and a turn 1 Ponder. So already we need life totals and we need player names. We are going to get this going for next week. A second land into Quirion Ranger. And now a crop rotation being thrown out there. Force of Will pitching Brainstorm. And that land is going to be sacrificed as part of the casting cost, technically already in the graveyard when that Force of Will is played. They were both forests, so no decision made otherwise to gain an advantage. A Arkham's Astrolabe draws a card and sets up some mana. We'll see what deck this ends up being. We've got a Wirewood Symbiote and another Symbiote, so no mistaking on the left side of the screen here. This is actually Luke, our resident Elves player. And now is this an Entomb? Entomb for Worldgorger Dragon. Elves is going to have very little to say about this. Anime dead now. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Good start for Elves, but better start for Dragon. So these life totals not actually going to end up being necessary. Dragon's going to be able to loop in and out, drawing a card each time, netting 2 mana. And it looks like the combo just being explained. Almost certainly the first time Luke has ever seen this combo. He is our youngest player. These cards were printed before he was born, so welcome to Worldgorger Dragon. Each time going to be a card draw and 2 mana. They've done it like 3 or 4 times here. I'm not actually sure what the holdup is here. There we go. So now there's an Entomb. This time grabbing a Baleful Strix. I'm not a Baleful Strix, a Icefang Coatl. And that gets a Dimir Guildmage. Assuming he actually has enough mana there. I'm not actually sure how much mana it takes to kill. Certainly had the option of doing it correctly. I'm going to assume that he didn't fumble. If you counted the number of cards there, let me know. But that is a game win for Dragon. And I'm going to need those little win icons moved around as well. And this video quality looks pretty good to me. How about you guys? How does this actually come through on YouTube? I'm watching it in OBS here as I do the commentary live for the first time. And this looks pretty clean. I think this is going to be a workable solution for getting you guys live Legacy. This is part of our webcam series. And wow, you can really see how chaotic the store is behind me. Usually it's kind of cropped in. We've got just insane amounts of all sorts of Magic cards. Totally moving things around. Getting set up for influx of board games and Games Workshop and all sorts of different things that people can actually come in and pick up if they don't already play Magic. Magic's still going to be 90% of what we do. Kind of difficult to avoid that. Not that I'd ever want to. It is my favorite game and all. Oh, there it is. Luke showing that guy his cradle. The guys from New Jersey came down to our pre-release and actually gifted some elf cards to him, including that guy as cradle. One of my favorite Magic moments in my life was to see that interaction. It was truly a touching scene. And contrast strongly with the no remorse of World Gorger Dragon. You meme lords, what have you done? What have you done bringing back this World Gorger Scourge to Legacy? I can only imagine the look of satisfaction on all of those World Gorger players' faces to see this comboing off on turn 2. Was that turn 2 or 3? It was pretty fast. I think it might have been turn 3 without the land drop on the third turn. All right, we'll see if there's going to be some mulliganing, and if so, I can skip ahead. World Gorger is keeping. All right, we're in it. Turn 1, Wirewood Symbiote in a Tormod's Crypt. All right, Luke bringing in the hotness to stop this dragon combo. We have a Fatal Push taking out that Symbiote. He does draw fire most often, as he's the toughest. He makes all the other elves impossible to deal with. We've got a Finhorn Elves and nothing with the remaining mana. Three mana into a Elvish Archdruid. That's going to pump the team and also function as a Priest of Titania. I'm kind of more excited about the fact that that stops Plague Engineer. That is a budget consideration. Luke working towards improving his deck all the time. But in the meanwhile, that card is a very good addition. Oh, and another Tormod's Crypt. A Wirewood Symbiote. And that gets Abrupt Decayed. Oh, no, the Archdruid gets Abrupt Decayed in response. So Symbiote down. And this could potentially work around this Icefang Coatl somewhat well if he gets enough elves. Mystic Sanctuary for no value. An interesting addition in World Gorger. Comes into play tapped if you don't have the islands, but if it does, then if you do have the islands, then you're still able to get mana off of it and potentially able to return a bunch of stuff. And now we've got another removal spell. Couldn't quite see it. And a Dimir Guildmage kind of towering over the board here as a 2/2 against these 1/1s. Two Tormod's Crypts preventing quite a lot of potential damage. Drawing a card off of Arkham's Astrolabe. And Icefang Coatl getting in there. I think we've got our first damage on Luke's side of the board. And now Animate Dead gonna force a Tormod's Crypt activation. I'm not even sure what was in the graveyard. But Tormod's is used. Reclamation Sage being cast, blowing up the Arkham's Astrolabe. Now you'll still have the win with a World Gorger combo if this Tormod's Crypt can be handled. Thanks to the onboard Guild Mage, he doesn't need to draw any more cards. He already has the one he needs. Just needs infinite mana to go along with it, or a lot of mana. Ponder digs. And this Reclamation Sage can start attacking. It's actually a 2-1. And Luke has quite a lot of mana available to him as well. Wirewood Symbiote. Oh, and there was a play there of returning the Rec Sage to blow up this Astrolabe. Don't know that that's actually super useful. Entomb. Getting a Euro. Oh, that is filthy. Wow. So he's able to cast Euro as the active player. He gets priority once Entomb resolves. So Tormod's Crypt can't actually be used to take out Euro. That is rough. So that Reclamation Sage blowing up that Arkham's Astrolabe would have been an impactful play. And Euro may be enough to just win the game here. And he's not an enchantment, right? He's just like a giant or a titan. I haven't actually sleeved him up very much. Yeah, just an Elder Giant. Not enough room on there for enchantment. He's a legendary creature. Not much room left on that card for any other words. He does so much. Land grant. Grabbing a forest. It'd be really nice to see a Craterhoof Behemoth off a natural order here. But I don't know if that's in Luke's list. We'll see if he's got some way of punching through. Euro's gaining a bunch of life here. And he's going to chump block. Oh, block and then return with Wirewood Symbiote. So no trample, mercifully. And now a Brainstorm. Euro's going to gain some life. Allow for extra land drops. Oh, and that looks like a Plague Engineer. Womp, womp. That is brutal. Plague Engineer is so devastating versus elves. Another Tormod's Crypt. Drawing those sideboard cards that would typically be good enough, but Euro, in his ability to escape off of an Entomb, completely sidesteps the Tormod's Crypt. Reclamation Sage being played and then immediately dying due to the Plague Engineer. And now, is that a Massacre Worm? Oh, man. Oh, Massacre Worm. That is over the top. Plague Engineer doesn't quite kill all of the creature in elves. There are those pesky insects, so might as well drop a Massacre Worm and hasten the demise even faster. Azuri, just too little too late there. As Massacre Worm and Plague Engineer is an awful lot for elves to contend with. that is all for this one. But don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.